Guess what? I'm going downhill. It was very steep right at the top by that campground. And the trail was, I had to really pay attention because there were a lot of rocks and it was narrow and steep and loose and everything. But now it is, it's much more gradual. So I think coming up this tomorrow won't be bad, and I'll get it out of the way early. And then the rest of the time will be all downhill. I'm much happier now that I'm going downhill. I was getting cranky, and I mean, I don't know. I just wasn't expecting to go 9 miles all uphill, or 7 miles, or whatever it was. And so the campground, or well, it's the campsite that I'm gonna stay at tonight is called Salt Fork. I think I called it Salt Lick earlier, but you know what? I'm gonna call it Salt Lick because I like that better. So why not? But I'm drinking some lemonade and just having a nice stroll down to camp. So I'm going to tell you an example of how the Far Out app is really good for when you get a little confused. I just crossed it's not even like a full-on road. It almost looked like an ATV path or something. And there's some kind of scenic lake loop. I don't even know where there's a lake around here, but there's some kind of loop that you can do that started back by White Rock, and that trail has blue blazes. And so when I started heading this way, there were white blazes, or what I'm following, and there were white and blue. So white that you're on the OHT, and blue that you're doing this scenic loop. So back there at that ATV thing, the trail kind of jogged to the left a little bit, and there was only a blue blaze. There was no white blaze. And so I'm like, what's going on? And so I just started, I consulted Far Out, and it showed that was the trail. So I started following it, went a little bit further. There was another blue blaze, no white blaze. So checked it again, and it showed me right on it. And sure enough, I just passed a white blaze. There's another white blaze. So, but it's just really good because especially when you're, I mean, now if I was really familiar with this trail, then I would know. But I mean, somebody like me coming out here for my first time and not being familiar with it, it's invaluable. I mean, I would not come out here and hike this without the GPS, because it's just, especially this time of year when all the leaves are on the trail. I mean, I will say that it's this trail is blazed pretty well. And so, I mean, honestly, I've kind of just been looking for blazes more than the actual trail, because the actual trail is a little hard to see just because of all the leaves. But anyway, just thought I'd share that tidbit. This is the second gigantic tree that I've had to climb over. And I wouldn't mind so much, but I'm trying not to bend my knee, because if I bend my knee all the way, then it starts oozing and bleeding again. So trying to climb over big old waist-high tree trunks is a bit challenging, trying to do it with a straight leg, but thankfully there's only been 2. I would say overall, this trail is in pretty good shape. I have noticed that the blazes are they're not painted on the trees. They're like little plastic strips that are nailed to the trees. And so they kind of like, see, and here's an example. Yeah, that's just like some kind of, well, it might be, I guess it's metal, but it's very, very thin metal. And so, I mean, some of them are kind of not on there very well. But I guess, I don't know, that would be another topic. What is better blazing? Is it painting the tree? Or, because I mean, that's going to fade in time. I know Eagle Rock Loop has them all painted, and I kind of like that. But I mean, as long as the little metal things don't fall off, then I guess it's all right. But things you think about as you make your way along the trail. This is a pretty little grove of cedar trees. I just love cedar trees. I have several in my yard, and I just dug up several out of the woods near my house, and they just do so well. They grow so fast, and we have a privacy fence, but it's not high enough. Like, I want complete privacy when I'm out in my yard. And so I'm gonna have a whole bunch of cedar trees right along the fence line. But yeah, this is the first time I guess I've seen some little cedar trees, but I like seeing a grove of bigger ones. Okay, looks like we're getting ready to do the final drop down to the river and camp for the evening. I have made it to camp. I'm so happy. I am tired. I am a lot more tired and sore than I was yesterday. This, I think I'm gonna take this site right here. It's literally right on the trail, but I haven't seen a single hiker since I've been out here, so I don't think, I mean, if somebody does walk by, oh well, I don't care. It's got a recliner, and there's no suspicious looking trees, and it's flat and it's right by the water, so I'm gonna take it. And I'm honestly glad that I'm turning around here, because this does not look like a river I want to cross. Definitely not right here. There are big rocks under there, maybe further upstream, but I'm glad I don't have to figure it out. Oh, so glad to be here.